Hey everybody, thank you for joining us on the TWNRGY Podcast.
Thank you very much.
What? I just wanted to give you guys some tips on where to find us. The main thing, well, obviously you found us if you're watching this, but...
you found us, thank you. We were lost for a little while.
Search, first one is YouTube. Go on YouTube and search TWNRGY, TWNRGY. And also do the same thing on Facebook, search TWNRGY. And then also we have a Patreon account. Or first off, we have an Instagram account. Do it for the gram, y'all. Gram it up. Grammy season's coming up. Yeah, folks. Get those grams.
Award-winning.
Likes, comments, whatever. But yeah, search for us on Instagram. Search TWNRGY. And then also, Patreon. We have a Patreon account. That website is www.patreon. And it'll be /TWNRGY. And on Patreon, you'll be able to see our videos, and you'll have an opportunity to contribute if you'd like, whether it's monthly or a one-time contribution. There is expenses that are factored into this, whether it's posting and other things of that sort. But if not, feel free to continue to watch us for free and enjoy the material that we put out. And Adam has some other information in regards to how you can find us.
All right. The other things you could do to find a place to, say, listen to us on is go on Apple iTunes, go on that search bar, type in TWNRGY, TWNRGY, and then our podcast will pop up. Also, the same for Spotify. Just type in our TWNRGY name. It'll come up. And then go on Stitcher. It'll come up and you'll find us, and you could download an app for Stitcher and Spotify on your phone. This way it makes it easy to get there, on the go.
Yeah, if you have Apple, it's already on the phone, I believe.
Yeah, you already have the Apple iTunes app on there. So yeah, Apple, Android, whatever you have,
what
download
your affiliation, just
whatever site you find yourself on. Download Stitcher or Spotify app. Type in TWNRGY and you'll find us.
And once you do find us on YouTube, if you could subscribe, that'd be amazing. It's just as good as contributing financially sometimes.
You can subscribe on iTunes as well.
Subscribe on iTunes.
Don't forget that.
Leave comments, leave suggestions.
We're open for it.
Open, ready for any suggestions and comments that you may have. Just let us know. We'll continue to bring information about health and wellness. And just want to say thanks again for listening to us. I'm Aaron.
And I'm Adam Fernandez.
With the TWNRGY Podcast. Love you guys. Take care.
Take care. Love you. What up, everybody? This is TWNRGY Podcast. I'm Adam.
I'm Aaron. The sky is up, just so you know.
Alright, sky is up. What's up? Blue sky. But yeah, today we're going to talk about just two helpful remedies that...
Two for Tuesday.
Not supposed to tell them what day it is. Supposed to guess.
Alright.
If you're wondering. But so I'm going to talk about a couple that I use pretty much on a daily basis lately. And Aaron's talking about two that he does on whatever kind of regular basis that he does it on.
Semi-annual.
We didn't talk about it ahead of time, so I don't know. Actually, I told him what I was doing. He didn't tell me what he was doing, so...
We're going to talk about a couple things. Two things.
I know he was going to do two things. I told him what I was going to do, so I know he wasn't going to take what I was going to do. So, one thing that I recently started doing is taping my mouth right before I go to bed.
Maybe you should start it when you wake up in the morning.
You don't have to hear me complain. I'm pretty good at not complaining, but I do complain at times. But the reason being, and I know it sounds weird, but it helps me. But it helps me to sleep a lot better at night and not snore. So I mean, it just allows me also to have breathe through my nose, which is better if you're not just being a mouth breather, getting dehydrating throughout the night and just making snoring more. So I'm able to have a better sleep throughout the night in its entirety.
Same here. Him taping his mouth improves my sleep. And he's snoring.
Yeah, just from taping my mouth, it definitely helps out immensely. At first, I was a little skeptical. I read it in a book that I recently had read, and I heard it on a podcast. And like I said, I was skeptical, even a little bit scared. And then
you're gonna drown in a sense. Like,
I was
anything
gonna
no, that's
suffocate, not drown, suffocate.
There you go. I used wrong term.
But I wasn't gonna be in water. But I let Aaron be the guinea pig. He ended up trying it, and then I'm like, okay, he survived. So I mean, I can try it. And here I am today. I tried it, and it works. And I'm getting better sleep because of it.
We went camping this past weekend. I didn't wear my earplugs, but I didn't hear him snore. But I hear him like trying to breathe out of the side of his mouth, like. But it happened.
It's a lot better than like the kind of sound when you're trying to sleep.
Yeah, snoring is not fun. I do it too. I apologize. My bad.
Yeah, and just on average, I would probably toss and turn, say 4 or 5 times a night. And now I'm finding myself kind of tossing and turning on an average of 1 time a night. Generally, sometimes there's nights where I won't even toss and turn at all. I feel like, whoa, I woke up, fell asleep in this position, woke up in the same position.
Woke up this way.
Because generally when I'm flipping around, I wake up and I know what I'm doing. I'll like lay on my face, which is most comfortable, tweaking my neck a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't sleep well last night.
Doesn't feel that good. But yeah, no, it's just, I would definitely recommend taping your mouth to people who are looking to get a better sleep, or even if you're a snorer, because it's going to help at least silence the snoring a bit. Maybe not get rid of it completely, because Aaron said he could hear me just breathing.
Well, I do the same thing. I realize when I'm sleeping too that I'm grasping for air.
No, I'm not saying that you don't do it. I'm just saying that Aaron's just kind of using me as an example of what's going on when somebody's sleeping, they're snoring, or getting silence from snoring. But what you do, don't use that clear Scotch tape. Go to, say, Vons, Target, Walmart, wherever.
Don't use Gorilla Tape either.
That's a little too tight. But go into like the medical section of the store and look for surgical tape. Because the one I bought is like a 2-pack. Maybe it's a Johnson & Johnson, I don't know. But it has a good tight bond. It doesn't, you have like
it adheres pretty good, yeah.
So compared to Aaron had some stuff that found laying around that had a softer,
Found
like
in trash cans, rummaging through it. Oh, that's cool.
Easy, like a softer bond to your lip, and it felt like it would come off in the middle of the night. But
it has sometimes.
Yeah, so get one that looks a little more sturdy. It's gonna have a stronger adhesive to it. But also, you want to use probably about like an inch-sized piece of tape, not covering your whole entire mouth, but just kind of.
You can.
You can.
The point is leave the sides of your mouth open just in case you do find yourself at night trying to gasp for air in your mouth, just so you get some sort of air in your mouth. At the very least.
Yeah, but yeah, I just use a little about inch-long piece of tape, put it on there, boom, I'm set, and
set and forget it.
Set it and forget it. So yeah, go out there, try taping your mouth. I guarantee you, it's gonna help.
If you talk too much, it's gonna help your relationships with people who are gonna say, yes, they finally did something about that big mouth of theirs.
Yeah, so the next thing I want to talk about, my second remedy that I try to do on a daily basis, even more so lately, is meditation.
Woo!
So sometimes throughout the day, whether it's in the morning, afternoon, evening, it doesn't discriminate. Yet I know I feel like wound up or just maybe overwhelmed with what I may be doing, or just feel as if I need like a little moment to rest. So what I'll do, close the door, sit down, close my eyes, and just make it so I get in like a relaxed position and just not think of anything. And there's so many different ways to meditate, but I'm just talking about the way that I like to do it. I just prefer to clear my mind of what's been going on in that moment, and just try to think of nothingness.
And thinking of nothingness is a lot more difficult than you can imagine, with all things bombarding your head, bouncing up, oh, I need to make lunch, I need to do this, I need to go to the store.
But with that being said, it just helps to kind of, just like I said, clear your mind, you're not thinking of anything, just like nothingness, and just feel more relaxed and just kind of get your mind off what you're doing, and maybe when you get out, you're just going to feel more refreshed. But also, like I said, I'll do it for 10 minutes at a time, But make sure I have like my watch and I can set an alarm and it goes off. Make sure you set some sort of alarm just in case you get too tired, you fall asleep, and a 10-minute meditation session turns into like a 1-hour nap session.
One of our buddy Matt, he said he was trying out meditation for the first time. He went downstairs and he thought he was maybe going to do it for like 30 some odd minutes. And then 3 hours later, he wakes up, it's about midnight, and he went to bed way too early. And point being is set an alarm. Whatever, however long you want to do it, 10 minutes.
Especially if you're at work, taking it as a 10-minute break, you don't want to be in your office sleeping for an hour or whatever it may be. And I just noticed with me, when I get out of it, I feel way more refreshed and just kind of my mind's reset. And a couple times, more so lately, I've been noticing is I can almost like fall in and out of sleep or just some sort of like
lucid dream?
Kind of lucid dream in my mind. I kind of have a couple different dreams where I fell asleep, I dreamt this, I woke up, fell back asleep, or just my mind, it's so clear, I'm just having these thoughts, because I wake up, when my alarm goes off, I'm awake, it's not like I feel as though I've been woken up, like I'm awake, and it's just pretty trippy, I don't know, just kind of like what your mind will produce for you in that like this weird meditative state and almost sleeping, not really. But I found it kind of interesting lately. I was actually talking to Aaron about it today. But yeah, just the things that your mind is capable of doing.
Real life Inception movie, Leonardo DiCaprio right here.
Yeah, that's what I try.
Yeah,
I consider more of a Joseph Gordon-Levitt maybe.
Alright, there you go. Whoever it is, man.
Yeah, but I strongly recommend meditation to anybody just kind of looking to clear their mind, relax, just not get so worked up. And there's so many other...
Calm, focus, all those good things.
Yeah, there's so many other ways that meditation helps, which I'm not going to get into right now. We can do that on another podcast. But definitely try to just space out 10 minutes in every day of yours to try to do it. I've been making it a point to do 10-minute meditation on a daily basis, and more so lately. Before, in the past, maybe I was doing it like 4 or 5 days a week, but now I'm trying to do it every single day. So just to help myself out, be more calm, be more positive, and have energy to get things done throughout the day.
Take care of that mind. Everybody, their minds are all over the place. Just relax it. Give it a moment to rest. Not that you're sleeping, but it's just kind of calming down.
Yeah, so that concludes my 2 remedies. I'm going to go ahead and pass it on to Aaron, and he's going to talk about what he has to talk about.
Woo! Alright. Here we go. Now. Hey everybody, now I'm going to talk about a couple remedies that I've been working on. So these 2 are relatively recent, kind of, sort of. But the first one is one thing I've tried to do more so recently over the last couple of months is, not that I haven't done it in the past, but just have a more focused...
you haven't done it in the past. I don't know what you're talking about, but you haven't.
I haven't. But I've just been more focused and more aware of it, but just trying to making it a point to do my best at everything I do, whether it's working out, it's being a good family member, it's working, it's whatever you can think of. I am just trying to do my best and go that extra mile with whatever I do. Also, in the process, I'm trying to remain positive and have a positive mindset throughout all of it. Because I just kind of harken back. Or one thing that a lot of us do is we all focus on the negative. It's easy. We've talked about friends who are just antagonists.
We're more apt to put a negative review on whatever it may be rather than say, oh, I'm going to put something nice.
Or go complain about something. It's just negativity, whatever form it is, typically we gravitate towards it right off the bat. So and then just for me, one example, and we all focus on the negative, me included, but back in my college days, I remember studying hard for a test, like a week before the test, studying the equations, studying the subject matter, whatever it may be. But then come test time, here we go, take my test, sitting there for an hour and a half, however long it was. And then when the test is over, talking to other students, Adam, whomever, like, oh man, I don't think I did that well on the test. That's just me and a lot of other people gravitating towards the negative instead of thinking like, hey, I studied for quite a while. I have a good grasp on the material. I think I did well.
You did well enough to graduate.
Yeah,
you did well.
But then a lot of the times, when push came to shove, a week later, 2 weeks later, when the teacher posted the grades, I ended up doing pretty good. I got upset. I graduated college.
And you're not too modest there.
Yeah,
you know me, I did good.
Super cum laude over here. Nah, but either way, I graduated. I did well, but right off the bat, I'm focused on negative and selling myself short. But also, how many times has somebody had a first impression, whether it's like work related, it's a first date, it's meeting your significant other's family, whatever the case may be, but then like right after you meet them, you have that interaction, you're like kicking yourself like, man, why did I say that? Why did I wear that? Why did I do that? And so a lot of the times you just focus on the negative things that you said or did, whatever the case may be, but a lot of the times it's not necessarily the case. We are our own worst enemy, and we focus on the negative when we should be focusing on what went well that we didn't focus on, even though it did transpire. A lot of times, like I said, we all just focus on the negative. So for me, I feel it's been beneficial for me. Like I said, I've been doing this more often at least more so for the last month or two, and it's helped me be less stressed out, be happier, and oddly enough, it's also helped me have more energy and be more energetic. Because I think of it this way: my attention isn't focused on the negative, so I have that extra energy, and that energy that I didn't expend being negative, now I can use it in a positive way to be more energetic, get things done, do what I want to do, hang out with family, friends, whatever the case may be. So that's where that extra energy is coming from. I kind of think, I don't know, maybe it's a bunch of hooey, but also just the positive, like I'll say Adam and I, we kind of help one another. Like, I'm not saying like every freaking moment of my life is good, but we help each other realize the silver lining of something. Like, say that something did go wrong, which things do go wrong on a daily basis for both myself and Adam. But like, hey man, think of it as a learning experience. Like, yeah, this may have happened that is not good, but look at this, that, and the other that came of it.
Or it could just be, it's like, you're like, things could be worse.
Yeah.
You're gonna get past it. You're gonna find the road to more positivity.
Put things into perspective. Like I said, things could be worse. Someone is in a worse off situation. You just lost your house key. Oh my gosh, so be it.
Somebody else just lost their house.
I know, somebody doesn't have a place to stay for that night. Someone doesn't have a roof over there. Someone doesn't have a meal, whatever the case may be, yet you're beating yourself up for losing your keys. So it's about perspective. It's about staying positive. It's learning what you can from that negative to twist it to be a positive. That's where you kind of have that positivity ingrained in you, because you're thinking everything, even though it might not be good, but you're thinking of it in a positive light. Like, well,
sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, it's even today, Aaron and I met this one homeless gentleman, and he was just talking to us. We had like a maybe 10, 15-minute conversation, and he was just talking about how things are meant to happen. God puts people in each other's paths to help each other out. He was just kind of telling us some of the issues he has. Maybe he said with him, it was drinking. He doesn't drink too much, but I mean, obviously to the point where he's homeless. But he just hopes he's all. I hope I can talk to you guys again in the future, and hopefully we do. And hopefully he's saying he's in a better place. He's cleaning up a bit. Maybe finding like a solid place to live, but he just seemed a little bit more positive after we were talking with him earlier.
Yeah, and I felt inspired. I felt positive that at least people are aware of their issues, but that's one thing, being aware of something, and then secondly, doing something about it. Like, a lot of people know they're a jerk, yet they can continue to be a jerk. Someone knows they have alcohol dependencies, so yeah, I know I'm alcoholic. Oh, I don't have an alcoholic, I just drink more than I should. You're an alcoholic. But the point is, you know it, and then act upon it to rectify the issue that you're going through.
Create a game plan.
Yeah, a game plan. Just write something down. Like, what do I need to do to be happy? Not drink. I need to be more positive. Try to get a job. Whatever the case may be. Get clean. I don't know. But Adam and I help to reflect upon one another the positive situations that come out of the negativity that we experience on a daily basis. That's my first remedy I've been trying to enact. One thing about it, like I said, I've been feeling great and more energy, happier, less stressed out, and I can only imagine how it's going to snowball as it starts progressing and rolling down the hill. Like I just see great things to come for myself and everybody else who practices positivity, optimism, no matter what occurs in their life. But then the other thing that I've kind of enacted as of recently, kind of going along with what Adam does for his sleeping with the tape, but it's working out with my mouth closed, just breathing strictly through my nose. Read a couple books recently. One of them was from Ben Greenfield. It's just kind of a book that encompasses everything health, whether it's supplements,
5,000 page book.
It's insanely large, but on one of the subject matters, he touches upon breathing through your nose and a lot of the benefits that you get when you're doing a workout. Another one was a book by this guy, James Nestor, called Breathe, and obviously it's about breathing. The whole book is about the benefits to your health and well-being, and also the benefits to your, I'll say your activity, your performance, and things of that sort. And throughout the book, he gives different examples, especially for working out and breathing through your nose. There's one about Olympians, and these Olympians were doing various various nose breathing techniques through their specific discipline, whether it's javelin throwing, running, hurdles, I don't know. But and I don't know all the statistics, I forget the statistics, but long story short, these athletes did experience increased performance when they had a protocol of breathing through your nose. I don't know everything that took place, whether it's like slow breaths, deep breaths, whatever the case may be. More likely it was deep breaths, because the more deep breaths that you get, the better your endurance. You're actually expanding upon your lung capacity.
You're just getting more oxygen.
Yeah, so these people's endurance, like their performance, just excelled through the roof. And it's insane, and that's one thing that I've been doing as well lately. But one other benefit that the book discussed about breathing through your nose is, as I said, increased lung capacity. If you take deep breaths in through your nose and out through your nose, and you can also breathe out through your mouth. But then also, people have a decreased likelihood of getting, I think it was sinus infections as well as bacterial infections. Because think about it, you're breathing through your mouth, you're breathing everything in, all the good things, all the bad things. But when you breathe through your nose, you have that the cilia in your nose, which is the hairs in your nose, which are kind of maybe plucking all the bad germs and
absorbing everything that you don't want in your actual body.
Before it gets into your throat, goes to your bloodstream, goes into your lungs, so it's kind of helping you out when you breathe through your nose.
So you're saying don't trim your nose hairs?
Do not trim your nose hairs. Just have them, braid them if you can, just throw them around. But one of the first times I started breathing through my nose from a workout was yoga. I remember one of our instructors years ago, Ujjayi breath, I think is how they pronounce it, and it's insane. It just increases your heart rate when you're working out.
You're a lot warmer, burn more calories.
Yeah, you burn a lot more calories. And I've been doing it when I'm running, when I'm biking, when I'm lifting weights, and I've noticed that it basically intensifies my workout to where if I only get a 10-minute, 15-minute workout, it intensifies it because my body temperature is heating up. And let me get a drink quick. But my body temperature is heating up, and basically I'm getting more bang for my buck when I'm working out and breathing strictly through my nose. And I see a benefit because when I run for a couple miles, like a mile or two, and after the workout, and I've been making it a point to breathe strictly through my nose, I'm winded, but I don't feel as tired as I do typically when I'm breathing through my mouth or through my nose and my mouth. And sometimes I feel as though I can run a little bit more. Like, man, I got another mile in me, but I don't want to wear myself out too much. It's kind of just
self-defeating.
Yeah, it's like good maintenance. Test myself when I need to.
Just enough so I can do other things within the day instead of just have my whole day be this run and then it's like just chill the rest of the day.
Yeah, still get after it, do other things, do chores, do whatever is entailed. But either way, breathing through your nose has so many benefits. Like Adam was saying, it has sleeping benefits. It has, if you have issues with your lung capacity, it benefits that. But this, for me, breathing through my mouth, my nose while I'm working out has helped me quite a bit. And like I said, I barely started doing it within the last month or two, and the sky's the limit. Who knows what's going to happen? Maybe I'll be a friggin' track athlete where I'm running marathons. Who knows? I might be in the next Olympics 2021 since I got pushed a year. I still have time. Who knows? But,
it's possible. You can do it.
Yeah, but either way, it's cool. Try it. You're not going to hurt yourself. You're going to challenge yourself to do something that's a little bit more difficult. But either way, try to challenge yourself on a daily basis. All right, peeps. But those are both of my remedies. They've worked for me so far. I'll check in with you next time, see if I'm still alive. But,
all right. This has been a TWNRGY Podcast on helpful remedies by myself, Adam, and Aaron. So get after it, check them out, try to let us know, and get after it, y'all.
woo!
Do work.
Love y'all.